You have got to see these changes.
Whoa.
BSG did some serious rebalancing that was not in the patch notes. Ammo, inertia, malfunctions, raid times. So before you get head eyes by 7mm buckshot, let's check out all these changes. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Iron Ronin, if you didn't already know. I'm going to go through a bunch of these changes step by step. I'll even leave links in the description so you can kind of go to each section of which is more important to you. But a bunch of these are going to affect you all the way up until max traders.
Innovative and groundbreaking mechanics.
So you might already be noticing that your character is moving a lot faster than before. Last wipe, you were actually trudging through mud almost. It felt like you were just crawling for your life as you were running. Well, they weakened inertia. So off the bat, you're able to get back up to speed a little bit quicker, even though it feels like right now you're running out of stam even faster, because I'm not seeing anything in the notes for that. The one difference though is base overweight limits have changed. So when we're talking about inertia, all of these things affect how fast your player can run and when your player is slow. So what are these inertia changes? These are the changes that affect the coefficient of how your character moves on its X and Y axis. You can already see that it's about 20 to 30% difference on each one of these. Even your walk inertia was the only thing that was increased and went from 0.5 to 0.55. So basically what's happening here is they've reduced the effects of inertia, but added weight to items in the game. So you can actually negate some of this again like before by just not going really heavy unless you're taking out loot. So maybe go with a bigger backpack, but a lighter rig and a lighter armor until your strength is up. For example, even an LSHZ helmet, you know, the cheap green one that everyone uses for face shields, that one got a weapon ergo penalty from 0 to -5. There's so many different things that you don't think about now that you're gonna have to think about when you create a loadout. The pillbox even got a massive nerf. It went from 2.1 to 2.52. That's a lot more weight. These are things that the lower level you are, the more it's gonna stress you out, and you might be thinking about what's worth carrying and what's not worth carrying anymore. Okay, everybody, before we get into the next one, I want to know in the comments, what's your one tip that you give your friends or you give somebody new to Tarkov at the beginning of a wipe maybe? That is your go-to tip for everybody. Is it spamming heals? Is it spamming food so you never get dehydrated in raids? What is that one tip? For me, I always tell everybody to make sure you eat and drink everything you find so you can get your metabolism all the way up so you don't have to worry about dying from dehydration or energy loss in a raid that maybe you're covered in loot. Don't forget, if you like the content, don't forget to sub, like, comment. It helps me so much and I can continue making content like this. Now back to your video. So the next part of this, we're gonna definitely need to talk about the recoil and malfunctions. These are pretty heavy nerfs and buffs. There are a lot of guns that did get some buffs when it comes to recoil, like everything from the P90 to the MP9, but peculiar enough, the M4 and the HK didn't get a buff. It did get nerfs. For example, the M4's malfunction, it went from 0.1595 chance to 0.183425. Such a ridiculous number. That's about a 15% chance increase. That same change happened from everything from a DTMDR all the way down to an MP7. While we're talking about the MP7, that actually got a buff when it comes to its recoil. The MP7's base recoil went from 221 for force back and 198 to the new change. I think this is going to be really critical for guns that get below the 93 point threshold in durability. You're going to probably see a lot more jams. I've already seen it way more on scav guns. So I definitely suggest you to take a look at the list in the link below to kind of get an idea of every single item. Otherwise, this video would be like 25 minutes. So I just wanted to get you an idea so you'll know to go look at some of the guns that you use the most. So if you notice I'm wearing different clothes during this video, that's because they made changes multiple times during the making of this video. So let's talk about those raid times. So they've gone back and forth. Lighthouse, Woods, and Customs are now all at 40 minutes. Your scav-based cool timer is now at 25 minutes to start. Honestly, I think they're trying to extend this game a little bit, but a big part of it is I don't think any of this will matter once Streets comes. So just get comfortable in the raids, keep an eye on your time, and I will see you out there, boys, girls. All right, so ammo is a big part of this for me. We gonna be mag dumping a lot better ammo now. There is some that got nerfs, but overall, they actually did some good rebalancing. First, I'm going to start off with what should be everyone's favorite round. The one round that needs better ballistics to relate to real life. If this game, I know this game can't be perfect and can't be real life, but some of these changes should happen. I think 300 Blackout should be the exact same as BP, probably the best round under 100 meters for any automatic weapon.
Important question.
So 300 Blackout AP, it got pin increased from 45 to 48. 300 Blackout FMJ got increased from 29 to 30. Now this is actually kind of nice because that actually brings another round that you can use early that can get through level 3 and tear apart level 4. Once again though, you'll have problems with level 5 and higher. And then finally, M62 Tracer, that got a pin increase from 34 to 36. That means that round is now halfway going through to level 4. This will be something that I could retest. You can see in this video right here or here or here somewhere. I will post a video for M62 that I did that went over the round, did all the testing and everything. Now for 762, and I'm talking by 39, I'm talking by 308, 51, and your Mosin SVD 54. So for 762 by 39 PS, that got a penetration buff from 32 to 35. T45M got a buff in damage from 62 to 64. Now with 308, TCW got a big jump from 60 to 67 in damage. And pin power dropped just a hair from 36 to 34. Now here's your nerf to SVDs and Mosins. Your pin power on BT is going to drop from 59 to 55. And your 7-in-1 PS damage is dropping from 86 to 84. It's not massive, but it is a real change. So you're going to need to be careful if you're using 762 by 54R for your shooter born in heavens. Now for the change that I'm most excited about out of everything that's changed going into this new wipe. The VSS. The VSS got massive buffs. SP5 though got a pretty big nerf, but it may not be that big of a deal since no one really ran that round. SP5 armor damage is going up from 52 to 60 and damage up from 68 to 71. But the pin power, 38 to 28. That is a massive nerf. But the ammo recoil, this is what's crazy. Now the SP5 recoil got a massive buff. It got a massive buff with -5 increase to recoil. Now with SPP, I think this got a really good rebalance. I think this is something that I talked about a lot last wipe and the reason why the VSS wasn't really usable with quality rounds. SPP got an armor damage reduction just from 56 to 55. And then SPP got a damage buff from 64 to 68. And the pin power though, the pin power got dropped from 50 to 40. But here's my big kicker. This, I think, might allow this round and this gun to be usable. Ammo recoil nerf from -20 to -10. This could bring this gun completely back into the game. So 5.56 across the board got buffs. This is actually kind of crazy. So I'm only going to go over the most important ones, but you can see as we're scrolling all the other changes. So let's start with the important stuff. 855 got a damage increase from 50 to 53. 855A1 went from 46 to 49, and its pin power down 1 from 45 to 44. 856 went from 55 to 59. 856A1's damage went from 51 to 54, and 995 went from 40 to 42. This is huge. This will allow this round to be even used for shooter born in heaven now. You'll be able to still pin and have enough damage after 100 to 200 meters to pin level 4 helmets. Now for the 545 by 39. There was a small change to a Golnick, but that's just armor damage. I'd rather talk about the big changes. BP and BT. BP's damage is now 45 and the pin is now 37. So they did a little bit of rebalancing there. BT's armor damage dropped down to 35, which could be huge. This could change how bad you beat up like a gazelle. The damage and pin now are almost equal at 42 and 40. So you're going to go through level 4 consistently, but your damage is down from 44 to 42. All in all, I think some of these changes are great. I really hope this rebalances the game a little bit more and really sets the tone for the way this game is going into streets. Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully this information helps you. I think this means I need to do another ammo video. Don't forget guys, you can check me out on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Links will be in the description. If you love the video, comment why or why not. Hit that like button because it helps me out. So until next time guys, peace.